Hang on, people. Smokey's going to help me out on this little video. He's going to be in a pain. My neighbor dropped off a rooster he'll be getting in the program now. He dropped him off because he was fighting with his other rooster. Told me he didn't want him, so he's over here now. Tonight's his first night. We'll see if he makes it. Him and Moki really hasn't had any run-ins yet. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this suppressor that just came in. Now this is the second one. This one is for a 556. So I took it apart, and you can see the baffles, you can see the tube, and the end cap there. So I just kind of wanted to go over that. I'm not going to shoot it. If anybody wants to hang around to hear it shoot. I was shooting it through the 22. That's a 22, a 10-22 rifle right there. It's pretty stinking quiet with the quiet bullets. Maybe I'll fire around just for people to complain that I didn't shoot it. But let me, Wayne had no damn rain here in so long. So let's look at one of these baffles here. So this is what it looks like inside the tube, and this is a spacer, the end cap, one baffle, two baffles. It's kind of dirty. I've only shot probably, I'm going to clean this up, and that's why I've got it apart, but I wanted to kind of show you what the suppressor looked like. They were going out of business on this suppressor. Now somebody asked, and I'm not sure if it matters. I don't think it does, but we'll see if somebody wants to say something. I'll probably ask Buckster. See how this has a little tube here for the baffle? Would it matter if these are in line like so, or should they be offset like so? Would that create more what we talked about, turbulation on a silencer? Versus like this, or like this, or should you put them all like this? Now my other suppressor is a Silencer Co, and looking down at it, it looks like they're all in unison like this. So each buffer goes in like so, and they both have the same hole at the bottom. So does it matter if one is spent sideways, or should they be offset, kind of like the gas rings on a M16? I don't know. This has a little sharp edges that I don't like, and because I'm a little anal, I'm going to go ahead and file down these sharp edges that I don't like. And I'm not taking off a lot, but it's, you know, there's no point in this right here being sharp. So I'm gonna take off these sharp edges, which at most will decrease the weight and smooth this up a little bit. And I'm going to clean these baffles. The inside don't seem too dirty. The outside, they say 22 causes really dirty baffles. Now this one, I can't take apart my silencer post because it doesn't come apart. But they say if you use one for 22, you want it to come apart so you can take it apart and clean it. The one that won't come apart, that's for a 30 caliber, the guy says if you just shoot it, it cleans it. It's self-cleaning. I don't know if it's true. I guess other powders, 22 doesn't burn. It uses dirty powder. It's a dirty round. It's a rimfire versus a primer. There's issues with 22 that makes it dirtier. So, and this pretty much stays, this little one right here, stays on this little 22 by the front door. So if I need to go out in the middle of the night or something, or cap something, or something comes around, I can go out and take them out. Now I don't have to grab air plugs because I have a silencer on. Now this is a neat little tool that I had to go buy because it didn't come with it. Is on these end caps, it comes apart, but it has these two holes, which is kind of tough to look. It looks like the same thing that's on the bottom of a grinder. If you have an electric grinder, this is the little end cap that holds your grinder wheel on. But they're different because I went to Home Depot and tried to get one of those things, and they're a different size. So I found this at Harbor Freight, and it's called an adjustable pin wrench if you're looking for one. And which is cool about this is this little thing right here, this little lever right here on the back, you loosen it up, and I can adjust this to different sizes. So when I adjust this to the holes, if it's too big, I just slide this in, make it fit, tighten down this screw, and now I have a pin wrench for this, which will hook my silencer off. So anybody's got a silencer and has these little things to take off, this adjustable pin wrench for $3.99 at Harbor Freight worked pretty well. I mean, you're not cranking down on these, you're putting them on and snugging them up. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these back in here. 1, 2, and I'm not even looking at the thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hear the rooster. So I got the 7 baffles in there. I don't know if you can tell that they're different. Putting this little spacer at the top. Putting my end cap on. This is the side with grooves that goes onto my barrel. This is the side the bullet comes out of. Tighten this back on. And again, this came on kind of stiff, so I wanted to make sure this is nice and oiled up. End cap's on. This one's a little bit smoother for some reason. Hand tighten it. Give it a little crank there. And the silencer's back together. And the brand of this silencer is this. I don't know if you can read that. This silencer was 300 bucks. I don't think they make it anymore. It's a little heavy. It's heavier than my 30 caliber silencer code, but it only costs 300 bucks. The silencer costs 900. So I had a $200 tax stamp, so this ended up costing me 500. The silencer code was 900 plus the 200 tax stamp, so it was like 1,100 bucks. It fits a 30 caliber, or I can use it on a 5.56 or 22. This one is for a 22 or 5.56. If I put this on my 30 caliber, I got issues. Now, the threading is different, so I shouldn't be able to make that mistake, but shit happens. So, I guess I can slide this on and cap around. I know I told people at the beginning I wasn't going to shoot it, but I got to clean this sucker up. So we'll put the old silencer on. My horse is over there getting a drink, but they can't really hear this a whole bunch. And I don't know what little Moki's going to do when I shoot this. Moki's like, dude, I don't like when you grab that gun. Shit gets loud, and I don't like it. So I got 2 little bullets here. They're both CCI. One is called Quite, and the other one is, I think, CB or something. So they're both lower velocity and kind of quiet. And we'll let you hear what it sounds like. Moki may bail when I rack this. He didn't. What a good boy. So I'll just shoot this into the wood pile over here. He left. Now because these are low profile, it doesn't eject out. So I have to eject that round out, put that back in, and we'll fire the second round. This time I'm going to shoot it toward the camera so you can hear it. Make sure I'm not shooting at the camera. Man, that's what it sounds like. I said I would do a video on it when I got it. I am. I'm going to take it inside, pull it apart, clean it up, polish all those, maybe put some good... I know some people are going to tell me, you shouldn't put oil on it because it'll attract dirt. These get dirty anyway. And putting some sort of oil or lubricant on here will make it easier when I take it apart to clean it. Now I'm not going to clean it every time I shoot, but it's new. I want to get some sort of oil and I want to get some of that coloring off. So that is the silencer. It's legal. Some freaking whiner's gonna go to YouTube. He's got a silencer. It's illegal. It's not illegal, you freaking idiots. I got a tax stamp. So, anyway, I got to take this in a buck. See, I lost my little end cap somewhere, and I guess all these sights are different end caps. So I'll just stick this in a car, bring that into Buckster, and let him see if he's got an extra end cap. All right. So we'll end out there. I guess Smokey left. Where'd he go? Smokey Moke! Where'd you go? Little Rooster didn't care about me shooting, because he knows if he wakes me up in the middle of the night with all that crazy crowing, I just might have to try that silencer out on him. Rick, you can't be shooting in. I'm not going to shoot him. Neighbor was going to kill him if I didn't take him. So I saved him. I'm the rooster saver. Oops. He's like, damn, there's another rooster. I got to fight for my shit. Alright, we'll end that there. How you going, people? I'm going to splice this in because, so I said I was going to clean this up, and, because I thought they were kind of rough. So now I've cleaned these off, put a little, clean these grooves off nice and good, put a little super lube. I squirt this tube of super lube in the syringe, and then I can just put little dots and dashes on some of my grooves. So I got some super lube on this end right here. Before, you notice I had to hammer these out, and they were all stuck. Now they fall out because they are clean. And I cleaned the tube. There was a little bit of rust inside this one right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I just put a little oil and a little wire brush on my Dremel. Got in there and made sure I got all that little rust pieces. Although I think these are stainless steel, it'll still rust. You know, you buy these things, the guy you buy it from may shoot it, practice it, demonstrate it, take it apart, show it, and then they stick it back in a counter for 8 months to a year while you're waiting for your tax stamp. So it's not clean, it's never oiled. So this has all been nice and clean. If it looks a little shiny, or I put this on a buffing wheel, and I just buffed all these pieces and got rid of these rough edges that were really rough by just buffing these off. Now obviously I couldn't buff on the inside, but the outsides now are a lot smoother. A lot smoother surface is easier to clean, less likely to get gummed up and carved up. So that's what it looks like when it's clean. Falls back together very nicely. I highly recommend you take these apart and clean them. I'm going to put my end cap back on. I did this to both end caps, but I put this one on solid tight. And got my little spanner wrench or pin wrench, adjustable pin wrench. And I'm just going to tighten that down a little bit. And the silencer's got a nice coat of oil on it. It's clean on the inside. And the only thing I got to do is I forgot to do these grooves where it screws into the barrel. So I'm going to put a little super lube on there and clean that off. Alright, so that's what I did when I said I cleaned it. And that there.